This video is going to be about how to spot your real and fake friends. Why is that important? Because I feel like there will be a set of friends that are long term and there will be a set of friends that are short term. Why do you need to distinguish them? Because if you really care about self improvement and you really want to do something with your life, and you have the ambition of not having the mediocre life, whatever, working hard, like in a way, kind of maybe a superiority complex, being better than most of the other people, then you need to actually distinguish between your friends and actually remove the ones that are short term, because they will just keep you with them. They will literally just keep you with you will just stay at the same level as they are forever if you keep those friendships and you have enough amount of friends like that. So that's why this is actually important, and I had this realization in 12 when I turned 17. So when I was 16, I got into 11th, and it was like after 10th I got into junior college. So I made a lot of new friends, and then I just realized that there's no point in doing that, because like after I had all of those friends, I just it hit me that all of these friends are just short term, and you know what, I just like staying with them, keeping that friendship, like I just felt that in the end I just wasted my time, which I could have used in a better way. So if you really care about self improvement, you cannot have friends like that. So how do you distinguish between them? I feel like the best way to do it is like going towards the extreme, right? Like your answers lie in the extremes. If you just make I'll just give you one question that will help you to distinguish between your fake and your real friends, like your long term and your short term friends. That question is, will you let this friend be around your children? That's a very good question to ask yourself if you really want to distinguish between your short term and your long term friends. If the answer is yes, then obviously they are your long term friend. And if the answer is no, then they are your short term friend. Why is that? Because if, let's say, maybe imaginary scenario, you don't want to get married, you don't want to have children, still, for this question, I just feel like if you can just imagine in your mind that you will have children, then you can think that you can be sure that the people that will be around your children will have an influence on your kids. So when you're answering that question, you will only allow those friends that are your true friends, that you really respect and you really think that those are really good people to be around. You will say yes to only those people. That's why they are your long term friends, right? And the other part is just the short term friends. And believe me, if you actually ask this question, like the answer, like the set of short term friends will be a lot bigger than the set of long term friends, because you literally have very less amount of long term friends. We just make a lot of just short term friends, which we do not actually really consider them our friends, but we are just friends because of some reason. Maybe because we play the same games, we watch the same movies, we are interested in the same sports, something like that. But it's not really that we respect each other, we actually think highly of each other, and we actually appreciate whatever the other person is doing, and we actually you know think that you know these people can actually be around my future children, right? So that's a very good question to ask yourself if you want to distinguish between long term and your short term friends. And then the question comes that what can you do with this information by distinguishing between your short term and your long term friends? The answer to that question is you can just remove all of your short term friends. If you have the numbers, or you follow each other on Instagram, whatever it is, you're active on social media, you chat on social media, stop doing that, delete their contacts. And even like in real life, if you like meet each other, this is going to be a bit rude, you'll need to just ignore them. And even if, let's say, they come up to you and talk to you, you can just like respectfully tell them the reason that, okay, fine, that I don't want to uh, live the like you can just tell them that, maybe in simple words, that I just don't feel like that we are compatible to be friends, and I don't consider you a long-term friend, so sorry, I would just have to break this friendship, something like that. It can be your in your own words, but the point is it's gonna feel rude, it's gonna feel awkward, whatever it is, but that's the point. Growth literally feels like that. It feels awkward, it feels something is not right, but it is right. That's what growth is. So if you really care about your future and you take self-improvement seriously, then you should just remove your short-term friends by all the ways possible and just keep terms with the long-term friends that you want to actually have. And that that is how you will like be able to save a humongous amount of time that you would just have wasted with like your short-term friends, which you would just regret later in your life, and they will literally not add anything to your life. Like we always say that memories are so special, and like you will like forget all of the hard work, discipline, and you will just be left with the memories. uh, there is literally no point to that. Like the pain that you will have due to regret will just overpower all of those memories. Like if you have short-term friends, you have you spend a lot of time with them, you have good memories, fine. You just might have good memories because it's just that you are having fun. Okay, it's not like you actually you know you consider them your true friend, but you're still having fun, so you'll just have good memories. But in the end, later, like, just think long term. You just have to think long term for this. You cannot think 1 year later. That will not work. You just need to think 10 years later. Okay, when 10 years later, if your life is not where you want it to be, you're literally going to regret those same exact memories, those same exact fun moments that you had with those short term friends, and just think that why did I do that? Because I could have just used that time in a better way, and then maybe my life would have been exactly at the point where I wanted it to be, but it's not because I fucked up, because I just lived with my short term friends. And in the end, you know what? You will not even, there's like negligible amount of chance that you will actually be with those friends forever, because as you said, like if your own answer to that question is no, that you won't let you would not want these people to be around your children, then you won't let them, right? And if you do, that's just a terrible mistake, whatever. But like you will just not let them, so right, anyways, in the end, they will not be your long-term friends. So those memories, they'll just turn into regrets, and they will just regret, like those regrets will be so fucking big, like they will just overpower all of the good memories that you had. So just remove like all of your short term friends by by first of all asking yourself that question, and understanding who are your long term and your short term friends, and just remove all of the short term friends that you have. That will be like one of literally the most productive things that you can do, like right now. Like all of the productive things that are the habits, routines, you just need like a lot of time to do them, and you just do them over consistently, over a long period of time, and then you get the results. But this thing, you can literally do it right now. You can literally do it right now. Okay, so that you can just start with that, and then you know like you will feel a difference. I can guarantee that you will feel a difference if you do this, and it will be, and trust me, it will be one of the best decisions of your life. And that is it for this video. Thanks for watching.